Hey everyone, I want to show you how you can create a secure password generator inside of Python so that when you tell it how long you want your password to be, it's going to generate a secure password for you. So let's jump in and get started. The first thing we're going to do is import random. This is going to allow us to randomly select things from inside lists, which is something we're going to be needing very soon. And now what we want to do is we want to make a list of all the ASCII numbers that correspond to the characters that we want inside our passwords. So over here, I've got the ones that I want. I want the uppercase letters, I want the lowercase letters, and I want a selection of some special characters. Now it's up to you if you want more or less. You can go ahead and add those inside the list if you want to. So let's first create the list of uppercase characters. I'm going to say this is equal to list, and I'm going to create a range from 65 to 91. And the reason why we have 91 here is because by default Python will stop at 90, so we need to make sure we put 91 there. Alright, now let's do a lowercase is equal to list range 97 to 123, excuse me. And finally, the special characters, we're just going to say special. I'm going to say 33, 64, 37, 38, and 36. And now what we want is we want to make a list that combines all of these into one big list. So let's do that by saying full list is equal to uppercase plus lowercase plus special. Alright, and let's just print that to make sure everything is the way we expect it to be. So print full list. And okay, that's great. So that's combined everything in there for us. Cool. We can get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. So what we want to do now is we want the user to be able to input how long they want their password to be. So I'm going to start a new cell over here and let's capture the user's input. So I'm going to say pass length is equal to input. So we're going to capture the user's input here. Enter password length. Okay. And then what we're going to do is, by default, when you input something into this text field here, it's going to create a string object, but we want it as an integer, so we're going to convert that here. So we're going to say, let's just call it length is equal to int pass length. And finally, what we want to do is we want to call a function using this number to generate our password. We haven't written the function yet, but that's okay. We can write it in a moment. I'm going to say pass generator, and we're going to give it this argument length. Cool. I'm not going to run that cell yet because this function doesn't exist, so let's write the function first. So define pass generator, and we're going to give it length as an argument. And the first thing we're going to do inside here is we're going to create a list to store our password characters. So we're going to create an empty list, and next we need to loop through until we have reached a number of characters equal to this input over here. So we're going to say for I in range length, this is going to keep going for as long as the number is in this input. And every time we loop, what we want to do is we want to add a new character from our full list here. We're going to add a new character from here. The easiest way to do that is to append. So we can say password.append. And now we're going to make use of the random library that we've imported. So we're going to say random.choice, and we're going to give it the full list inside its argument. So now it's basically going to go inside this list and it's going to pick any random number, which is exactly what we want. And then it's going to append it to this password list, and it's going to keep doing that until we've got as many characters in here as the input that the user has given. And right at the end, we want to return the final password. So we're going to make an empty string, and we're going to join that with all the characters inside the password list. And looking at this, I've missed something here. Yeah, this should be character. So what this is going to do is this is going to actually find the ASCII character equivalent of the number that we've selected here. Let's try that. There's invalid syntax somewhere here. Okay, so the error seems to be over here. That shouldn't be a hyphen, it should be a comma. Maybe it's because we're missing a bracket over here. Yep, that's what it probably is. Great. Okay. Cool. So now we can try our program. So it's going to ask us for an input, let's say 10, and there we go. It's generated a password of completely random characters, uppercase, lowercase, and specials. Now on this occasion there's no specials here, but that's okay. We can just run the program again, and let's go 15. And here you can see we've got a nice, cool looking password that is completely secure. Thanks very much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more awesome content. See you next time.